No, I can see it. I can see it's on live now.
Yeah.
So anyway, we thought we were recording, but we had our first 2 segments of the show recorded. At least, you know what though? At least Riverside was able to do that. That would have been a bummer if we would have just kept
That would have
going
been
for
a
30
complete
minutes.
bummer. Now just keep watching that top thing right there. I don't know how it looks on your screen, but keep watching that in case that goes away. The second that goes away,
What are you talking about?
we
The
know.
thing that says live?
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm glad it was able to record because that was some good stuff that we went over. We talked about Iran and we talked about Ilhan Omar. So what did we say? She should be hanged?
Yeah, that would be wonderful.
Yes.
No, how she still has a job, I don't even know. That's crazy to me.
It's insane. It's absolutely insane. And like these politicians, like it blows my mind how, like look at the Swalwells and like these people are criminals. They're criminals and they're just like, yeah, that's Eric. Yeah, he's a big old flirt. It's like she's a hooker. There's flirting. Like, hey, I love your blouse. I love your hair. Your blouse. What am I 90? Hey, Gertrude. Yo, what up? What up?
You know that boy.
Who's that?
You know that boy, Mr. Japan.
What's up, big dog? Speaking of Iran, he out there saving the world. Damn, what time is it over there?
Right now, it's like 11 in the morning.
So look at that, dude. We're going live in Japan right now. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about.
That's actually kind of cool.
All the way across the world watching us. Let's go, big dog. Anyway, so yeah, we talked about Ilhan Omar. Did you see the video with her dude, she's a real asshole too. Did you see the video with her standing outside of an elevator door and this reporter was asking her a question?
And she just kept walking, talking to her friend to the right of her?
Dude, she looked at her
totally
and
ignored.
She looked at this woman and called her a piece of shit. She was like, "You're a piece of shit," to the reporter. Dude.
She said that?
Yeah, dude. She was like, "You're full of lies and you're a piece of shit."
Wow.
Yeah, dude. I don't understand how someone hasn't beat her up. Just first of all, you know what? I'm gonna play nice. I'm gonna play nice. Okay. We're trying to turn over a new stone here. We're trying not to cuss, and it's very, very difficult when you talk about these people. Is the R word a cuss word? That's my jam, dude. With a hard R. Anyway, so
I
moving
hope everybody caught that. He said the R word.
Yeah, the big one. Anyway, so moving on. So we got
get into Artemis there.
Let's talk about space, the final frontier.
All righty then. Let's do it.
So,
do you want to explain what we're about to do here?
So, like the Red Hot Chili Peppers said, it's the final frontier made in a Hollywood basement, right? So, we've talked about this in the last episode or two about a couple congressmen who have made comments about NASA and things like that. Videos watching, the rocket go up and the curvature of the rocket ends up going over into the ocean, The way I look at space is it's easier to explain how it's fake than it is to explain how it's real. When we have this discussion, all right?
Wait.
Hold on a second.
All right.
Or before we have this discussion, before we go down this rabbit hole, all right? Am I saying what I'm saying is not 100%? I don't know. I don't even know what I just said right there.
And the same goes for me. What I'm saying is not necessarily 100%. I'm just going based off of logic. Ronan's going based off of fortune cookies. So
yes. And don't be doing that whole because NASA said so nonsense. All right. Don't be like, oh, well, in 4th grade, Miss Gill told me that no, none of that. Okay. Put all the schooling aside. Let's use these guys for a little bit. Okay. Just up here.
And while we're doing this, if there's something you want to chime in on, please do chime in. Let us know your opinion on space, the final frontier.
Yeah. Anyway, it was made in someone's basement. So here I got 2 videos I want to show. Right?
It was in a Hollywood basement.
What did I say?
Someone's.
Yeah, someone's. It was made in
No,
Hillary.
it could be someone's too, but the
Listen,
song.
it was made in Stanley Rubik's basement. Yeah, dropping that name on you.
Boy.
It was made in that basement of that pizza joint in DC with Hillary while they were doing Frazzle Drip. Anyway, so look, check it out, right? I'm gonna put a video out here. So I want to focus on some NASA stuff for a hot second, all right? Because I don't want to just be on here just talking the same old nonsense every week. Joe, your boy, hell yeah, it was fake. What's she talking about? Moon landing was fake? You best believe it, Jack. That joint was fake.
I think the moon landing. I think that the actual moon landing in 1969 was fake.
You can land on these. So listen, I'm gonna drop some stuff on you real quick, right? All right. So there's lots of videos, and see, the other thing is like when we grew up, we didn't have AI. So like when we saw something with our eyes, it was at least what we thought it was legit, right? Now, dude, every single thing I see, I'm like, ooh, lies. Everything has to be fact checked. If there's an ad on like if I get an ad for something, I'm like, scam. Everything's a scam.
Squirrel, let's play the game.
All right. So we're gonna go over some stuff. So there's AI videos of the astronauts when they came home, before they went, when they came home. There's the one I was telling you about where you can see the space shuttle and the 4 capsules go down on the zip line type of stuff. So let me ask you something. So have you ever noticed that? I mean, have you ever seen astronauts using green screens?
Have I ever seen them using
Like,
green
have you ever
screens?
seen a video of like astronauts in a harness with a green screen behind them?
I have. So you do know that every single one of those videos that you've seen, those viral green screen videos, all of those are AI generated, and you just fall for it.
Okay, that was just like a yes no question.
Yeah.
All right.
I
Have you seen them?
I've seen fake green screen videos.
How do you know it's
Yes,
fake?
it's fake.
How do
They're
you know
AI
it's fake?
generated,
You use green screens.
but I'm not disclosing it as false.
Okay. Pump the brakes there, Kimasabi.
That's the game here, guys. He's gonna say his conspiracy theory is this, and
Yo,
I'm
hey,
gonna debunk every one of them. Go.
sidebar. Do you see what he just said about the pyramids? Did you hear about what happened yesterday in Mexico?
Yeah, the dude shooting with a sniper rifle.
Yeah, bro.
Like,
What?
just
all right.
You know, they have the what is it? Like where people just walk up to the pyramids as tourists.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. Anyway, okay. So there's a couple videos of I was telling you when the astronauts come walking down the ramp, and there's people taking out their phones to take pictures of them, and you can
Yep.
see the people from the back. And when they pull their phones out, there's nobody in the picture. It just looks like they're taking a picture of like this empty ramp with nobody on it, right?
Ronan,
Anyway.
let me ask you a question. Why would NASA go through all of the trouble to let one little mistake happen?
Hold that thought. I'll tell you because
Okay.
I brought receipts because I knew your punk ass would say something. So here's the deal, right? You get in this rocket, right? First of all, how much gas do you think you need to get around the moon and back? Probably a lot, right?
Okay. It's not about the fuel capacity for that.
I'm just saying
they're using gravity from the moon and the earth to do it without fuel. They're slingshotting around. Let's play the game. Come on.
Okay, so listen, check it out.
You're not going to get me to agree anything about fuel or
so you get in this jump, right? And you've been training for, pilots. What do pilots go like Mach 6? That's probably really fast, right? Mach 6?
No, pilots don't do that. Less than that.
Okay, less than that. So let's say Tom Cruise and Maverick did Mach 6, right? These guys, these 4 that went up there from Central Casting were at 25,000 miles per hour. That's Mach 33, okay? Those are facts. Those are not just hypotheticals. That's the speed that they were traveling.
Why do you know that that's what they were traveling?
Because unlike you, I did my homework.
No, I
Straight
did all my homework.
out of
That's why.
NASA.
Well, that's why I've already debunked like 3 of your things. But keep going. I've
Okay.
done all my homework on this. No, I'm
So,
saying getting to a point. Why do you say that's what they were going? You don't even believe that they went.
I'm saying according to NASA, they were at Mach 33, 25,000 miles per hour. Anyway, so they go up and they had some mishaps with some technology stuff where people have I've seen some videos, whether they're true or not, I don't know. They look real to me, but we're having some mishaps. Like they're holding the ball drops. Why would a ball drop if they're in space? There's no gravity. So here's the one thing I want to show you. So I have 2 videos. The girl Christina Koch, she was the redhead girl that went up there. Okay. So there is a woman who looks just like her, same name, that was in the movie Mad Max in like 2013 or something. So she's claiming that.
Are you talking about one of the astronauts?
Yes, the astronaut was in the movie Mad Max. Now,
I'm so glad you brought that up.
Some say it's debunked. It's not her. It's a different Christina Koch. Could be. Maybe she has a twin sister. I don't know. Whatever. It's irrelevant. But there's a video I want to show you. Okay, so I'm gonna share the screen. I'm gonna show you 2 videos, and then we'll get into it after that. All right?
No, then it's my turn.
Yeah, we'll get into the video after I'm done. Let me see here. So can't even take this girl serious. Hold on a second. All right. So this is a video of her walking around on stage. Watch. Watch right here. She's reading a fucking teleprompter. Stupid ass. Okay. So she's reading.
You may have not learned what.
She's reading off a teleprompter. Okay. This woman who just went to space, who saw these things with her own 2 eyes. She's reading a teleprompter. Okay. So did she seem to be like struggling to stand? Like, was standing an issue for her? Was she pretty good?
Was she good at what? Yeah. Why?
Okay.
I mean, she was just standing on the stage giving.
Okay. This video was taken the day after they arrived, the day after they came home on April 11th. Okay. I'm going to show you a video of her 10 days or a week after this day. Are you ready? This is the same person. So hold on a second. All right, can you see this screen?
You may have to share it. It's still the old one.
All right, it's still the old one?
Yeah.
All right, hold on. There you go. You see this one? All right, you ready? Watch. This is a week after that interview. Oh, shit, hold on. This is the Challenger.
That was crazy.
Hold on. Dude, this chick is priceless. I love it. Let's see, where did it go? Yeah, of course that happened. Oh my God, it was just here. Hold on. Oh, here it is. There it is. All right, watch this. This is a week later.
All right, I'm watching. Is it playing? I don't see anything. We don't see anything.
You don't see it?
We don't. It's just some screen with some woman. Oh, there we go. There we go. I see it.
This is a week later. Stop it. She's getting her human legs back. So a week ago,
the video was put out a week later.
A week. Listen, she's walking around fine, and this is her. Come on, man. Come on.
How do you know when the video is about her giving that speech on the stage?
Listen, brother. I'm hung up on you, actually. Hold on a second. Share. All right. So, I'm not sharing anymore, right?
You're sharing. Now you're not.
All right. So, listen, Linda, listen.
That's all we've been doing is listening to you.
All right. So, I don't know, man. I don't trust anything these Bamas are doing up there or out there,
and
wherever.
He still continues, ladies and gentlemen.
All right. So, what would you like to say?
Well, the game was supposed to be back and forth, but Ronan screwed that up.
There was no game. It's facts versus conspiracy. Those were my facts, and you tell me your conspiracy how it's real.
Well, what we were supposed to do is he was supposed to give me one, and then I debunk it. But
debunk the sea legs, the human legs.
Well, that's Ronan. You've given no fact as to when each video was given out or put out.
Listen,
her speech might have been done yesterday.
No, the speech was done when they came back from their April Fool's Day mission. Their 10-day flight across the moon, April 10th.
Okay, that's just I have some different angles here as to this whole thing. Like the green screen. First of all, you all fell for it because it's AI doing its best work. They can make that woman in the background with the phone holding it up do whatever they want. AI can do all of these things, and you know that it can.
So the green screens and CGI, that supposedly NASA's been using that for the longest times, for forever.
Yes, but look at how powerful a green screen is when you add AI to it. It
Yeah, but what
becomes
I'm saying
even
is,
more powerful.
so are you saying that every time that you see an astronaut in a studio, so they train underwater, right?
Yeah, because they're simulating weightlessness.
Yes. So that's real. But anytime you see, let me ask you this: have you seen the videos when they have you can catch, like, occasionally you'll catch like a harness, like on their waist or something, when they're like flipping around?
Yeah, I mean, we know that they're on those harnesses. Are you
Okay.
talking about when they say they're in space and
Yes.
then you catch the harness?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if that's them saying it's an actual space event or not.
What I'm saying is, so if it's not a space event, it's obviously a green screen event, right?
It would be the altar, yeah.
So you do believe that they use green screens?
I mean, I don't know what the purpose of using green screens for is, so I don't know.
Well, it's some fakery. So this is why I think they do it. All right. Why does everybody scam everybody? Money, right? You ready for this? So in 2025, I made the funding for NASA in 2025 was almost $25 billion. The funding for this year is also $25 billion.
But what's this money going to? Do you think that it's a cover for the Men in Black program where they
Or
can't?
it could just be a cover just to,
That's a pretty expensive cover.
yeah, it's a
Those
very expensive.
facilities are all over the country.
So I'm glad you asked that, because I have
I
it
mean,
all
they
right
have one
here.
in your back of the yard. They have one
So
right down the road from me. They have it in Houston. They have
so listen,
international bases all over
Artemis,
the planet.
the Artemis mission alone, just that one mission was $8.5 billion.
This is more than like debunking conspiracy theories. This is not going back and forth. This is saying, are they saying these things to cover,
Their money. Yeah.
other money? I
I
mean,
mean, because like right here, right? Big picture breakdown. Artemis, 8 billion. It just says science, 4 billion. Space operations, 3 billion. Safety security missions, 2 billion. Safety space technology, point 0.2. Like, you almost wonder. So it comes down to, where did I have it done? 8.5 million. Dude, it comes down to like $35,000 a minute. That's crazy, dude. 35 grand a minute. That's insane. At $600 a second. So we give NASA funding. We give them
Trump is cutting that back.
$51 million a day.
And I'm not just saying that. Trump is literally cutting back NASA's funding.
So listen, going back to
How
like
much do
all
we
the
give him a day?
$51 million a day. So how many times do we talk about our veterans in here? How many times do we talk about taking care of homeless people? And we're giving $51 million a day to something that some people believe in, some people don't. Oof,
This is my take on it.
that
Whether
stings.
space is real or not, you and I will never know, ever. We'll never know for sure. Okay.
No.
But what we can do within logic and reason is no, I'm not even going to go down that road. But what we can do is, you know, let's get rid of NASA and let it space exploration be held privately by people like Elon Musk. And if there aren't enough of them in the planet, well, then guess what? Elon's the only one going to Mars.
Well, I will say, so SpaceX is going to IPO this year, which that means they're going onto the stock
Yeah,
market,
no, I
and
understand.
it will be the biggest IPO of the history of Wall Street. Guarantee it. You can quote me. I will go all in on that shit. It'll probably happen in the late summer, but whenever it happens, it's going to be unbelievably wild. What do you say? Why do they wear gold? What?
So he was talking about gold leaves on their cover, meaning their hats. And a lot of these astronauts earned that rank while they were in the Navy. So please do know. I mean, I get what Ronan's saying with some of these things, but I don't believe it. These are actual military veterans that are engineers. And just so you know, that pilot that you were talking about, Coach, she's never been in a movie ever in her life. Maybe someone that looks like her has been in a movie, but she's never been in a movie.
All right, good. So, you ready for the next part of space?
Sure. What do you got?
Well, this one's going to piss you off. I hate how the share button's right beside the leave button. I wish we could move that. You see what I'm saying? All right, I'm going to share the screen for one more video. Let's see here.
I remember that. Pause it. I didn't know you were going to bring this up, but I was going to talk about this with all the pilots from the Challenger having new lives, new jobs. Is that what this is about?
Shut up. Listen.
Is it?
Stop
Michael
it.
Jeff, the pilot.
Stop it. Ooh, let's talk about it.
All right. So that one right there, that one is that one's interesting. I will give you that one, Ronan. When I heard that, it made me scratch my head.
That's crazy, isn't it? But
there
like,
was a
would they
pretty
be
cool
that
video
reckless?
there was a video with Artemis where there was like I think you showed it, where something was jettisoning off of the side of it at launch time.
Yeah. The 4 pods.
Anyways, yeah. I remember Challenger, 1986. I was in 3rd grade and we were watching it in school. I was in Mrs. Ford's class. I'll never forget that. You were what, in kindergarten or something? 1st grade?
I was probably smoking cigarettes.
With Angel.
Yeah.
Angel Shame.
I don't know, man. Like that's crazy, dude. I don't know, man. There's just something. There's something about NASA that I don't know what it is, dude. NASA and Antarctica just really just give me the heebie-jeebies, dude. Like I just
Let me ask you a question.
Can't trust it.
Let me ask you a question. I've never had those type of conspiracy theories when it comes to Antarctica and NASA, and I never like fell down that rabbit hole. Only because of how I know I'll never know the real truth. Why does it bother you? Seriously, why does that bother you?
I don't know, man.
Bothered with like JFK's assassination, who really killed Kirk, things like that. Like, I don't know.
There's certain things that, like, I feel like a lot of people are NPCs, right? I feel like majority of the people out there are asleep at the wheel. But they're not meant to be awake. I feel that this day and age, a lot of people don't have that piece of brain where they can critical thinking is not a thing of the present, where a lot of people are just like, oh, yes, a boss. Oh, yes, massa. Oh, get in line, follow,
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of people don't.
It's the sheep we always talk about.
Push the envelope, like a lot of people are afraid to question, to push back.
Yeah, but I get what you're saying, and I'm totally in agreement with like being that way and not following and not being a sheep and being a critical thinker. I am 100% behind that. But why waste your energy and consume your time with those types of topics? You'll never know. Flat Earth, you'll never know. Space, yeah, but you'll never know.
It's not like I sit around fucking stewing on it. It's not. It's just a thing that when I hear about,
I know you get like, you could say, you could be in a room full of people, and Ronan on one side and me on the other side, and I just say the word flat Earth, and he's like, what? And like coming right on over, like, what's going on? I want to be in this conversation.
Who's talking about a flat Earth?
If I hear somebody say something about flat Earth, I'm like, idiot.
Yeah, well, you know what? Maybe you're asleep. Maybe you're an NPC.
I am not asleep because of flat Earth. I would be asleep if I honestly believed that JFK was killed by some lone shooter out of the book depository. No way. There was multiple shooters, and it was planned by the government.
Okay, well, we agree with that.
Yes, but that is a conspiracy theory I would be concerned with, because to me, that's more of the well-being of people and the leaders of our country. Look at this shit. Sorry, Omar, Captain Omar.
Explain.
Forget the resign part. How is she not in prison, in shackles? There's a whole entire list of people right now that run this country and are doing a shitty job of it.
Most of them.
Sorry, not sorry. Straight up. And AOC, Where has she been? Silent.
Yeah, crickets.
Silent. I haven't heard a thing from AOC. Watch tomorrow morning on the news. AOC, bah, 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 something, something, something.
Oh, Sandy.
She is pretty
Sandy
hot, though. I don't know what it is about her,
the.
but I love her.
I know you do. You would vote
That's how
for
she
her.
opens her mouth. Vote for AOC? Never.
Yeah, you're a little mumdami.
I'd swipe right on her if
Johnny
I saw her
Johnny
on Tinder or
Mumdani.
something.
That's your new name, Johnny Mumdani.
I'd swipe right on AOC if I saw her on Tinder.
Yeah. What does that mean? Swipe right? Is that good or bad?
Thumbs up on the smash. You wanted to mix the sex in the ass.
Smash or pass? Hillary Clinton. Smash or pass?
Pass.
No, and you're dumbass. I don't know, man. I can't
pass. No way.
She's like a Hillary.
She reminds me of.
But what if she has somebody else's face on? She looks pretty. Freaks we are. Anyway, yeah. So what about the phone call?
What phone?
Listen, I got T-Mobile, and there's a Wi-Fi network in my neighborhood, and I still drop calls. Richard Nixon called them Bamas right there up on the moon.
Oh, geez.
No delay, no nothing. Just, hey, what's up, buddy? This is Richard Nixon. I'm over here stealing from Watergate. How are you guys doing up there?
Dude, I don't know. I don't even care, to be honest with you.
You know what? You know what lost me?
I really don't care.
Two things. First of all, why is it if I go outside and I look up, all I can see is the moon and stars around it, but yet they're in space and there's no stars?
There are stars in space. They're not everywhere. You're looking at a very different picture than they are, a very different perspective than they are.
Okay, so behind the Earth, there's no stars? It's total blackness? What is this, Chicago? So...
I don't even care about this space talk, to be honest with you.
All right.
You know what I care about, honestly? No, and it got to the point where the whole entire conspiracy thing changed for me when you started talking about money. It just goes to show, once again, that we will do any and everything to put the ruse over everybody's eyes, and nobody has a clue as to what's really going on. Yet we still have hungry, homeless, sick, you name it, in this country that's broken, and we do that much to fix it.
So let's talk about the money part for a second. That's a lot of bread, dude. $50 million a day.
But do we have to talk about it in the perspective of space programs?
No, I know.
Be like,
listen,
why is that money not coming into the system the right way? You know, the government should be so ashamed for two things: the way they spend our tax dollars, and the way, if we weren't forced to pay into Social Security, the biggest scam on the planet, if we weren't forced, because that's the one thing, you can become exempt from your taxes, but you cannot become exempt from your Social Security and Medicaid off of your income. And what bothers me is, if I invested the amount of money I've put into my Social Security in some private portfolio, Roth IRA, even 401k, that amount of money, I would be guaranteed to be a multi-millionaire, by the time it was retirement age. But with Social Security, I looked it up because you get I don't know, have you ever gotten, oh, of course you do. You don't have to say why, but I got my Social Security report through USA.gov or whatever it is, where they send it to you. And if you open it, then you have to identify yourself and everything. And you can see how much you've put into the system year to date from when you started working, how much you would get right now if you started taking it, and how much you would get at 65 and then 70. And it is trash. I almost want to show it. I should redact everything like the Epstein files and then show you my graph. It's trash. And that's for me to get that amount in the year. I don't even know what the year is. Another 20 years.
Yeah. It's I know exactly what you're talking about.
It's terrible.
It's it is pretty bad.
But we give money to space exploration that people look, they're making us fight like liberals and conservatives. I'm a conservative.
I'm sorry, King Trump. But no, like that's a lot of fucking money, dude.
That's a lot of money. And that's one thing that you said I will believe, that money.
You think about it, and when you said, it's I wonder what they're covering up. $51 million a day, dude. You could be covering up 100 different things. You know what I'm saying?
Do you know what $51 million a day does for hungry people?
That's a lot of cheeseburgers, bro.
I don't care what it is. It's $51 million a day to a lot of people that don't go to sleep at night. And forget the older people. Do you know how many children every single day go hungry every day in America?
Dude, imagine if NASA just closed on Saturdays and Sundays. That's $100 million a week.
Oh, dude, that's a good point. No,
You
that
mean,
really, and it's funny because it sounds funny. You turn it into a joke, but in reality,
that's crazy, dude. I
that's
mean,
$100 million a day. That's
and
or
that's frustrating when you think about. See, that's the other thing is like when you start day trading and you're investing, like you start learning about
and
all
that's
these
half a
companies.
billion dollars a month.
Yeah, you start learning about all these companies, and it's like, ooh, wait a minute, what? Like, there's a company I invested in today, called ATAI, and basically they make psychedelics. We were talking about the other night, the Joe Rogan show.
Let's be the
There's
first to say it. Elon, buy NASA.
by NASA. Why would he do that? He's got SpaceX,
Yeah, but he can make it a massive company. He could just own
dude.
space exploration.
SpaceX is going to be the biggest company. It's going to be bigger than Nvidia, Amazon. It's going to be unbelievable. I'm going all in on SpaceX.
More than the more than I find it funny that you have this belief in XRP and their slogan is to the moon. Guess what? Just like
To the
Artemis,
moon.
you ain't ever going to the moon, bitch.
You ain't even getting out of this atmosphere.
Jesus Christ.
You ain't even gonna touch that Van Allen belt. Now the a stock tip of the day. You ready for this?
All right, shoot.
Another stock that's gonna IPO, which I absolutely love. This company is on your. Was that a Jersey Mike's or was that a Jimmy John's cup?
Jimmy John's.
So Jersey Mike's is IPNO. IPNOs. They're gonna come out this summer.
Jimmy John's, if you ever watch this, once a day.
See,
Remember,
look at us. We're out here just plugging companies, dude. See,
I
hey, one day, you
spend
know
and
what?
save with Jimmy John's, and I swear, Jimmy John's. Honestly, have you ever eaten there?
Yeah,
Their sandwiches are banging, dude.
not like Jersey Mike's banging.
I don't know. I
So
like Jimmy John's a lot.
you know what's
Not a fan of
funny?
Subway.
You just
What?
like foot long johns in your mouth. So you know what? You know what's
Hey,
funny
what minute is that? 41? All right.
is that you just like a big old foot long in your jaw.
You like it in
So
your ass.
pretty soon, dude, one day when we're gonna blow up this show, we're gonna have not literally, but when we get popping, dude, we're gonna have some ads on this joint. Maybe we'll do a little Jimmy John's Jersey Mike's for a gift card. That way I can get me a free sandwich.
God.
Come on, Mike, give me a free sandwich.
Yeah, Jimmy John's is like one of the
Freaky fast?
sponsors of UFC.
Yeah. They're
Yeah.
freaky fast too.
Is that their slogan?
Yeah, Jimmy John's freaky fast. Remember they had the commercial
That
where
is not their slogan.
the dude would talk all fast and shit?
It doesn't even say anywhere on this cup. You would think it would if it was.
Yeah, they were Jimmy John's was freaky fast.
Well, anyways, yeah, they are sponsors in WWE. They're sponsors in UFC. That's all TKO. That's a big company right there. What do you know about them? TKO.
What is that?
TKO is the owners of UFC and WWE.
TKO? Is that
It's a
that
stock.
like a private? It's a stock?
It's a stock. It's on the stock market.
TKO.
Yeah. Now, I don't know if that's their stock market handle or whatever you fucking call it.
Could just be some random ass. I just know about it. No, TKO.
I know about it because I was watching
Holdings?
something. What?
TKO Group Holdings. I don't think that's it. What does TKO mean?
Hold on, I'll find out.
What is it? Is like a wrestling group?
No, they are. Here, I'll tell you exactly what they are. The company that owns,
Technical.
TKO Holdings Group. That's their stock.
Oh, that is it.
That is it.
All right.
Yes.
Okay.
So, what do you know about that? I'm just curious.
I could tell you in
Ari Emanuel. That sounds familiar.
it's actually not terrible. Since 2024, it's on the up. It's gone up $120 over 2 years.
What's the stock worth right now?
187.
Wow, that's not a small little stock there for a wrestling and UFC fighting,
Yeah, hold on.
company.
TKO. So that is definitely it, though. Group Holdings.
Yes, 100%. It is TKO Group Holdings. They own the WWE and UFC.
Yeah, entertainment engages with provision of sports entertainment.
Correct.
UFC segment, worldwide wrestling entertainment. UFC. Um, you know what? I might get up on some of this actually.
That finder's fee. Finder's fee.
Yeah, dude, that's
You
not
heard
a
it here. I gave him the stock tip.
that's not a bad. It's yeah, dude. I'm gonna look into that.
There you go.
TKO. There you go. Look, see. Have a look. See TKO Group Holdings.
But we'll drop that one in the description down below for you.
Yeah, don't forget to tell people to drop it in the bio. Link in the bio. Smash the subscribe and share and comment and Durka. 44 minutes. All right, cool. Okay, before we jump, dude, we got to talk about one more thing
What are we talking about? Why?
because it's been 45 minutes. We already did a show before this show.
It was 30 minutes.
You ready?
All right, shoot. What?
Ticks.
Oh, ticks. Here, let me do something really
Hate
quick.
ticks, bro.
Let me do something.
I hate me some ticks. Bunch of blood suckers.
Right.
I'll tell you what, dude, Lyme disease is no joke.
Ticks has been an interesting topic lately. So Ronan and I were we were looking at some
You know who you are.
video. Now, you know who you are helped big time with that one, but we were looking at some videos and video analytics. As content creators, we all do this. We're looking at trends and what's working and what's not, and 99% of the time most of it's not working. Every once in a while you have that one magic moment, that 1%, and it was all on a video that we did. It was here, I'm going to share the video with you right quick.
Oh yeah, do that.
Guys, I'm doing it. I just wanted to
Yeah,
lead
you
up to
should.
it. Can you shut up for Ronan has this thing. It's like a block in his head. He can turn it on and off at will. I'm actually surprised he's even married. I honestly believe he's probably
loves
gonna
my
live
block.
in Thailand with me.
Oh, I'm
And
going to Thailand.
anyways,
Don't you worry.
this box of ticks video did really good for us, so I'm going to share that with you. And I think we're going to do something a little bit bigger in terms of like at least half a show on this topic. So let us know what you think, and we'll go from there. And you know who you are. Help us on this one, buddy.
Yeah, we got our best. Watch out, Brett. We got our number 2 coming in hot over this box of ticks.
Oh my God, he just called you number 2. You're going to take that, man? I don't know. Brett and you know who you are. They're both solid dudes, both of them. But
damn, I'm looking rough in that video.
There can only be one winner.
Looked like I got hit with an ugly stick.
All right, let's watch this video. You do look kind of rough there, and your fucking beard right here needs some All About Men
TLC.
Look, we plugged Jimmy John's, Jersey Mike's, All About Men.
Need to call your boy Johnny L to get something on there.
What, Viagra?
No, the paint.
Oh God. That's a he's like a lady when they're like, I went to go see the salon today. It's my 6-week appointment to get my permanent.
Oh boy.
All right, here we go.
So, dude, I remember when we lived in Charlotte.
Hold on.
Aaron and I moved to Charlotte in like 2012. And would your brain stop?
Go ahead now. We
moved down to Charlotte and she came home and she was all sick and shit. And like it was getting worse and worse and worse. And then we found this bruise. It looks like a target.
Who was this, Aaron?
Yeah, on the back of her butt cheek, like in between, like by her thigh. Bro, I thought she was gonna die, dude. She was she was on the couch. Like when I say like profusely sweating, I'm talking like it was like she was like butt naked and it was just like beating out of her. It was unbelievable. We brought her to the hospital.
When was this?
This was in 2012 when we lived in Charlotte.
You lived in Charlotte?
Yeah. And
I never knew that.
You didn't know that?
How long did you live in Charlotte for? I don't mean to. We'll go back to Aaron in a second.
Less than a year.
What?
The year that we got married.
What'd you do down there? Did you work down there?
Yeah.
What'd you do?
Dude, we went down there for a concert and had such a good weekend that we ended up coming home, packing our shit up and left.
Really?
I ran a restaurant down there, yeah. So anyway,
Nice.
dude,
Wow.
I thought she was gonna die, dude. It was crazy. And we went to the hospital. We were at the hospital all day long running tests, and they were like, "Yep, sorry, I don't know," and sent her home. And then finally, like as another day went on, this bruise looked more and more like a target. And they say that's the number one like sign is it looks like a target. And then we went to the special it was like a out in the country type of joint too. They specialized in, disease and stuff like that. And then when they heard the word target, they were like, you need to come in. And she had Lyme's, but luckily they caught it early enough that they could. And it's got a really small window. It's only got like 2 or 3 weeks of like treating it.
Really?
And after, dude, like you can get like paralyzed from that
No, I
stuff.
know. I know a guy who has Lyme's disease,
And like
and he has
that's a
severe
lifelong thing too.
neurological problems.
Yeah, dude. So, like when I hate ticks. I've never liked ticks. When we grew up, once in a while, like you'd get one in your hair or something like that. But yeah, dude, I've never liked ticks. And when I
So
heard that,
what's the conspiracy theory? Like, are they saying these are genetically modified ticks?
no, they're just saying that basically there's going to be an influx of it, and they're going to fearmonger you and scare you into getting another jab from the
Oh,
Pfizer's, and you're going to
wow.
have to take this next round of injections, and they're going to have to lock you down and all that kind of stuff. So after 2020, dude, nothing surprises me. Nothing is like shocking anymore. Like but it
Did
was
you hear
funny though,
there's
because that video, the dude, who you're talking about, he came in strong, dude. He is like, it was like I took the jelly out of his donut, dude. He was all pissed off about that. Now he's our number one or two up there with Mr. Brett.
running neck and neck? I wonder if there was a
We should make them
like a
fight.
subscriber analytic that we could look at.
Yeah,
Who's
dude,
our I
we
bet
could
there
have
is.
them fight in the chat. Yes, that's what we'll do. We'll do a podcast with the two of
What
them,
was
and they
that
get
show they used to do back in the day?
celebrity death match.
Celebrity Deathmatch. That was great for all of you two Gen Zers watching. Celebrity Deathmatch was this thing where they would take like two famous people, let's say
They were like
David
clay, right?
Hasselhoff and uh, Mark Wahlberg, and they would turn them into claymation
Yeah.
videos where they would fight each other, and it would go as far and as drastic as like someone would win because the other one's head got chopped off. Remember that?
Yeah, yeah, that was
It
wild.
was pretty cool.
Anyway, so that's but yeah, when I did that video, he was all bent out of shape, and then now he's probably watching the Bruins game or something.
So I heard there was a shortage of blood available that is non-vaccinated blood, and patients are like demanding non-vaccinated blood if they need a blood transfusion.
Oh,
They do not want that blood
that
in
stuff.
them. And here's the problem. Most blood donors are far left liberals.
Mm,
You know they're loaded with that juice.
they got boosted 5 times.
5 times, yeah, baby.
Mm,
5, 6 times tomorrow. If tomorrow on the news they say, yeah, you need to go get your 7th booster. It just came out and your insurance will pay for it. And you get a lollipop when you leave. Every liberal will be in line at CVS and
yeah.
Walgreens. Man, this is a night of plugs. All these places would be loaded up if they came out with a new vaccine.
Hey, so real quick, let's see here. Roughly 500,000, 500,000 people are treated each year for Lyme's, right? And they said that the ER visits in April 2026 are 25% more than they were last year.
What are the symptoms of Lyme's disease?
That's a big number, dude.
That's
Says
huge.
yeah,
You
dude.
said year over year?
Just from last year.
Yeah, that's year over year.
Yeah. So, let's see, Lyme's disease, all these, there's a bunch of other kind of mountain spotted fever, babysocius. Dude, oof, I don't get down with that.
All right, I'm gonna give you one. you always ask me what's going to happen with this or that in 2 weeks. I'm going to ask you right now, as of April 22nd, 2026, how many new vaccines will be out by the year 2030?
Oh my God.
Like at the rate they're going and the way that they're saying this and that, and this biotechnology is being pushed so hard. How many are going to be out?
Dude, I think by 2030, we're going to look back on this day and it's going to feel like 100 years ago. Finances are going to be different. We're going to have our little family compound. You're going to have your little shack in the corner.
So let me ask you something. 2030, if all of this stuff happens, really does remind me of something significant in reference to the mark of the beast. How many far right extreme Christians are going to not do this and accept this? And what is the outcome because of it? Because even though there's this invasion, we'll call it, of immigration all throughout the world with Muslims, Christianity is still the majority religion in America. And if this all happens, like, does this lead to, the people bringing the guns out? What do you think?
I don't know, dude. Like, I mean, at some point, there's got to be like a breaking point, like there's got to be a moment where people are just like, enough is enough. And they got to, like a forks in the road, like you can go this way or you can go this way.
What's that guy you follow? Justin
Stroll.
Stroll. He had a really good video today.
Damn, dude, we're plugging everybody.
And he was saying, and maybe we'll do a plug for him tonight. But
yeah, I like him. And there's another dude named Conservative Ant. Those are my two guys. I love those guys.
All right. So Justin Stroll had this really cool video today that I caught where the beginning of the video was some libtard saying, like, what are you going to do when the shoe is on the other foot?
When we come to your door. Yeah, I saw that.
Come to your door. And he went on,
he's pushing the envelope. I love that guy.
Where he did his push of the envelope. I'll give him that. But the point is, what is she trying to say, first of all, by saying, the left is going to have control, coming knocking on your doors? When has the right ever come knocking on anyone's door? When has the right ever raised hell and chaos and burned down buildings and blocked cars from going to work and opened leering centers and created fraud? Like, none of that has happened. I'm telling you, I agree with what Justin Stroll said in his video. You come knocking on my door asking me who I voted for, and I promise you I'm going to be on the news.
Yeah. Dude, these people like claim to be the peaceful protesters. There's nothing peaceful about these people. Like, these people are sick, bro. Like, I've seen stuff where people take note of their neighborhoods on the houses that fly like American flags, or they have Trump stickers, and they like make notes of it. And then as time goes on, like when the hands turn, if it goes back to, Kamala Harris, they use that information of the people who were patriotic and they use it against them. Dude, these people aren't, it's such a fraud to be a Democrat, where you talk
It's
about.
such a fraud to be a Democrat.
It is. It's such a bullshit. You talk about, peace, brother, peace. You ain't got no goddamn peace. Like, you talk about, racism. Like, you see what happened with the SPLC. Like, dude, I'm telling you, man, these Democrats are getting outed one after the other, and it's gonna blow up in their face. And people are starting to wake up to that nonsense. What happened in Virginia with the gerrymandering, like, all of them, dude. They're
Did you hear about Obama today?
Which part?
Oh my God, he was getting some backlash for applauding all the gerrymandering that was going on in Virginia.
He stoked that fire. He even said, "We need to fight back."
He was getting some serious backlash today for putting his nose in that business.
He should have. The fact that people still listen to him is like.
And what's up with his husband, Michael? I mean, what's going on with him?
I don't know. I'm trying to get my shoulders like his, though, because his shoulders are diesel.
Seriously.
Dude, you ever seen him wear a dress? That man is ripped, bro. He's got shoulders for days. Dude, he looked like he could boom, boom, big Mike in a house.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Anyway, I'm going to bed.
Oh my
My
goodness.
brain hurts. So we did like 2 shows tonight. There you
Yeah, that
go.
was kind of fun.
We did a live show and then we did a recorded show.
I still want to know what happened with the recorded show.
Yeah, well, you probably hit that J too many times and hit the wrong red button.
No, no, no. There's only one red button, Ronan. So what it is in the studio, it connects our YouTube together, and it's just either always logged in or always logged out. And it's I don't know. Anyways, that's it. I don't know what to
That was
say. There's only one red button.
it's like you had some profound like story here, and that was there's only one red button with my red stapler. All right.
I actually
Well,
have a red stapler on my desk at work. What is the reference to Office Space? Do you know that reference?
with
I've
the red
never
stapler?
seen that movie.
With
What?
the red, yeah, dude, that movie's awesome.
I've never seen it. And
So,
everyone that comes to my office sees the red stapler and they're like, "Oh, did you watch Office Space?" And I'm like,
so
"Ah,
there's
yes."
this like real special guy that works at this company, and he keeps getting dicked over, and they keep moving him.
Is
He
it
gets
Chit?
in there, he gets his little office, and they're like, "All right, you need to move over here." And every time it gets to be like a worse and worse office. So finally, they put him all the way in the basement. He's in like the boiler room. He's all by himself, and he's like, "Don't touch my stapler."
Well, I think I have seen this movie.
Yeah, dude, they bring a fax machine out or like a copy machine out into the field and beat it up with a bat and stuff like that. You know. Anyway, all right. So, dude, we did a lot of plugs there, man.
That was kind of fun.
Yeah, definitely. Though, I'll tell you what, man. Justin Stroll on Facebook and Conservative Ant. He's another good one. He owns a company called Patriot Clothing. And they're definitely two that I like to follow. Actually, there's another dude out there. His name's that girl dad, I think, or the girl dad. He's
Is it
pretty
a
good.
YouTube page or a TikTok?
Usually on Facebook, but the three of them, I think they're kind of tight too. Like I know that I've seen them doing things together, but he loves to use the R word, and I love it. I love it.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. I think you sent me a clip of his or something.
Yeah, I'm sure I have. Those are the people that I follow. But, one day we'll do some content with them.
That would be fun.
I've reached out to Justin before, and I was like, "Yo, dude," because I saw him the first time I ever saw him. I was like, "Is that Mark?" Just like Mark Smith.
What did he say to you? Nothing?
He writes back like in the live chats and stuff like that. But I was like, "Yo, dude, I have a podcast called Pushing the Envelope. You're all about that." He's always talking that Durka Durka. He makes a bunch of shirts too. He's got a camel shirt and it says something like, Durka Durka. But I
Well,
was
we'll
like,
give him a plug tonight.
so you
There
got to
in
get
the
up on the show, brother.
description. You never know.
And then the dude Conservative Ant, he's down here in Cape Coral, which is a couple hours away from Tampa. So maybe
South of you?
maybe I'll shoot down there one day, get me some hats and
That's interesting that you said that because Cape Coral was on my radar for places to move.
see. There you go.
Yeah. So how far is it from Tampa?
Probably like 2 or 3 hours. I think it's near like Fort Myers.
Okay. So it's Gulf.
Yes, the Gulf of America.
America.
Yeah, not that Mexican one.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, we're going to land this plane right now. And thank you for watching. And until next time.
That's it.
That's it. We're just going to play some music and get the hell out of here.